Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and this week I figured out a hard way why I was using my old phone to record videos. I reminded myself by recording a couple of videos for you and not being able to even put them on my computer, as my newer phone unfortunately is not recognized by my computer. So yes, glory to me. I have videos that I'm gonna have to figure out how to transfer to my computer, probably via the cloud or something. Then I'm gonna have to edit them. But yeah, this is just a great news. I didn't post the video in like 2 weeks' time because I screwed up. Yeah, but you know, what can we do? So today I'm gonna be recording a couple of videos just to make a little bit of a backlog so I can post them more and more. Regularly. I was looking for that word, sorry. And you know, I have new idea, and I found a web page which is called Random Word Generator, but as well it have a random color generators. So for each car I'm gonna be converting, I'm gonna be using 2 random colors. Hopefully I have, you know, good paints for that. And of course, you know, on top of that I'm gonna be using my oranges, metallics and so on. Yeah, but just to get the color. Like, I just roll for the first color and it is zinc yellow and blue gray. Yeah, so now I just need to find the random number generator because I have a couple of cars and I'm gonna be picking the first car using the random number generator. So let's just get on the table and you're gonna see the cars and then we're gonna start it. Here we have my beautifully clean desk, and the first car of course is the Chevy 57 because you know me. And then we have the Cruella car. Then from Seiko I have this, come on, what is the name of that car? Mercedes-Benz, yeah, with the doors opening up. So I already have some idea. Then we have this truck, then we have this kind of a war buggy, come on, something crasher. And the rest of them. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah? And create random numbers. So this choose a car number 3. So we're going to be starting from this Mercedes. Yeah? So now let's just lower number by 1 in the generator, and we're going to see which car is going to be done next in the row. Number 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one this time around. Yeah, I'm just doing this straight away because, you know, with me and my good, great, awesome memory, I'm gonna be screwed up if I don't do it straight away. And now number 7, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And now, so yes, I'm just rolling all of the cars in one video and then you're gonna see them in this order. So now number 2, so Cruella car. And let's go down. Number 4. So actually this is standing right. Yep. And now we need to lower this to 7 cars. And number 3, so we're gonna have our bone crusher. Oh. And now we have only 6 cars left. So it's great, it's less and less with every roll. Oh. So number 6. So what is that? Mustang. It's a little bit small just by the feeling of it. But what can we do? And now roll again for me. Number 3. So you're gonna have the family wagon. Yeah. And then we have only 4 cars left. So number 1. So finally, so you can see, you know, the car that I would normally do as the first one is really far in the chain of those cars. And I'm gonna try to roll I'm gonna try to have all of the cars together. Did it roll? No, it didn't. Number 2, so then this, and now we have only 2, so 50-50. Which one gonna be first? And number 1. So yeah, okay. So there we have the order of the cars. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, let's just start building the first car. So give me a second. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup, and we have to remember this one gonna be yellow and blue gray. This gray, when I was looking at that on the screen, it was completely gray, so I don't know where the blue parts come from. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to mix up something along this line. And let's just Gaslantify this bad boy quickly. So there we have it. A random number generator picked that car as the first one. And to be honest, I was a little bit worried about this car be chosen because I have it in my possession for like 2 years now, and I haven't have a good idea how to convert it. It was on my desk actually so many times already, that is incredible. And every single time I put it back, yeah. So it just shows you that even I have doubts, and even I don't know sometimes what to do about the car. But since the faith decided, yeah, who am I to fight the law of the surprise? Yeah. So yeah, I picked up a couple of 3D printed pieces, and I'm gonna start building it. So I have this something gun. It's a little bit bent, but you know, this happens. And what is my reasoning for this entire build in here? So I would think that the owner of that car would be a little bit obsessed with it. Yeah. So more of a clean build than a junkyard build. Yeah. Not slap bang plates on top of it. More of a, you know, oh, I love this car more than I love, you know, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my whatever, yeah? So of course, you know, they have to have some sort of a weapon. Oh, come on, just bend back. I know that I can use probably a heater to bend it back. Ah. Well, in the worst case scenario, he's gonna be able to shoot around the corners, yeah? And you know, since it is his baby, he needs to protect the front of it, so I would put the ram. And you know, he's probably proud of the people he killed with it. So the skull ram works perfectly in my opinion. So let's just toss a little bit of a skull ram in here. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Let me just have a look if I have some sort of replacement wheels, or maybe a hubcaps for him. But you know, even when I'm thinking about the hubcaps, I think that they're gonna be more of the organized ones than just the random ones, yeah? And then, you know, like, nothing cannot be really put on the roof because it would block the doors from opening. So yeah. I was thinking about the engine as well, you know, one of those little ones. But then it would be completely outside of the idea of what the driver is. Yeah, and whenever you're building those cars, you have to have the idea of the driver. Otherwise, it's gonna be incohesive. And I tend to do that quite often when I want to tell a story, and then, you know, I get a little bit lost in the madness of what I'm doing. Yeah, and the story get a little bit lost as well. But yeah, I think that, you know, if he wants to improve it, he will be doing improvements which wouldn't be affecting the look of the car too much. Of course, you know, any change to the car would make a difference in the look, yeah? But in my opinion, this driver would be avoiding a drastic changes, like, you know, bolting a heavy plate of metal. Yeah, instead, it would be probably a skill driver. Yeah. So we have the hubcaps, and I think, you know, those little spiked hubcaps would be, you know, one of his favorite ways to actually kill people. Close personal, you know, one of those maniacs that love their cars, like I said, more than they love anything else in the world. And I'm talking about, you know, like true maniac, not someone who is just fascinated by a car. Yeah. And I did actually watch the Death Race to kind of refresh myself on the entire convict, you know, group in there and whatever. And my goodness, the Death Race, the new one is actually worse than the one in the Death Race 2000, you know, the old one, which is kind of funny when you just look at this in the perspective. Especially, you know, looking how goofy the cars was in the Death Race 2000. And it was basically just the goofballs of a car. But yeah. Alright. And the entire premise of the Death Race 2000 was actually quite, you know, funny as well. You know, they was going through the US killing people just to lower the population. And, you know, the victims' families was actually winning prizes and stuff like that. All right, and now, you know, I'm thinking that he will be using those doors as a feature. So rocket launchers would be actually mounted on the doors. Yeah, so this would be my you know, like when I look at this car first time, and I was like, oh my goodness, I can do, you know, like a wing rocket launchers. So here the main gun, you know, it's going to be more for a intimidation and sniping. Yeah, his main way of killing people would be the wheels. Yeah, but when he gets really, really angry, the rocket launchers mounted on the doors go off. So during the race, he would open the doors and shoot the rocket launchers this way. Yeah, that's at least my idea of this driver. Oh, did I just glue the doors together? There is some. Yep. So yeah, there we go. Of course, we all know that car wouldn't be able to fly, you know, this way, but still, it's kind of cool. And I actually think that for when it comes to converting this car, that's good enough. Because if I do more of it, it's gonna just change the entire look of the car, and that's what I want to avoid in this case. So now it's up to painting, and I actually have a very lucky roll for painting this car, because it's supposed to be yellow and gray blue. Yeah, so my only thing would be that maybe make the gray blue stripe in the middle. Yeah, but generally there is very little that I have to paint on it. I have to paint the skulls, obviously, the spikes, the rockets, and the guns, and these little things that I added. But generally I would, oh come on, avoid any more of the work in here. Okay, let's get to the second car. I need to just make a note. Yeah, and of course that's going to be a second video, but you know, I have to, if I want to make 12 videos in one day, I have to bulk make them. Yeah, so be right back. So instead of spraying this all cars in a beige color, I decided to go for more of a dark gray. So I have to apply it with a brush. Yeah, which at the end of the day is not the worst thing that could happen, but you know, always applying stuff with brush is a little bit longer, a little bit more tedious. So yeah, since you know this car was supposed to be yellow with the grayish blue secondary color, of course I'm gonna go and do a little bit of dry brushing with the metallic paints on the gray in here. Yeah. And then we're gonna figure out what to do with the grayish blue. And I actually gonna do the same with the front skull thingy, because I don't really think that that would be made out of real skulls. I think that that would be just a metal ornament. Yeah. And there we go. So the metallic parts has been dry brushed. And now let's just sorry about that. Barely can speak now for some reason. Like I said, I think that I'm getting a proper full-blown flu. So I don't think it's gonna be that great over there this week, but you know, I got to survive. In the worst case scenario, I'm gonna just simply get sick, and that's it. I've been sick this year so many times, it is just, you know, tiresome. I think that, oh, I was thinking it was a gray, but nope, it is just a powder. Because I know that I have plenty of different grays. Fortress Grey, which is kind of slightly bluish in my opinion. And in here I have Codex Grey. Okay, those two should be good for the purpose. So let's see, Codex Grey. And let's see the... Oh, this one is better in my opinion. So I don't need too much of that, because what is my idea for this is to take it, mix it with a little bit of a blue, and then add a stripe on one side of the car, which is not gonna be taped off, just do it freehand. To it is more blue than gray. So let's just add a little bit more of the gray. So why would I want to do that? There we go. I think that that's it. You know, like sometimes you have these stripes on the cars. Yeah, but of course it was not added via a proper sprayer. Maybe someone just spray painted it, or maybe, you know, with the spray can and didn't tape it off, or was it just painted as a mark of the driver or of the clan. Yeah, so just one side. Oh my god, this color just doesn't even take properly. So let's try again, slowly, and then in here, and in here, and then to the back of the car as well, and on the front. I think that the gray was a little bit too watery. Just clear up this. Maybe I have still some of the primer gray, because this gray is much more aggressive. Yes. Okay, let's fix it. You see, you know, sometimes you screwed up, but when the paint is watery, you can fairly easy just do what I did. Yeah, and then do it with a darker gray. Yep. And then maybe take a little bit more of this blue and try to mix it in. I think that actually works. Barely, but still. Yeah, this is a fairly simplistic idea, and not like I was expecting it to be a brilliant effect straight away. So let's just clean my palette. And what I want now. Next thing is, of course, a little bit of weathering of the car. Yeah, this paint should dry off in few minutes. I'm just thinking, what colors to use. I think that I'm gonna use the usual deserty color and a little bit of a snake bite leather for my weathering. So you're gonna have brown and browner. It's almost like Dumb and Dumber. So yes, let's just grab those two, mix it, add more of that, and add more of that, and then we have the color roughly that I want. Of course I need to empty this brush because there is way too much paint in it. Alright, and let's start adding the paint to the car itself. It's barely visible at this yellow car, and I don't have much of a problem with that. Yep, so let's just add it in here, over the wheels, up to here. I think for weathering wise it's good enough, just this much. And of course I can add some extra pigments. I have dark and light brown, so let's just try this. I'm actually thinking about trying to apply it with a dry brush instead of having the usual way that I apply those pigments. And there we go. This bad boy is finished, so let's just get on the spin table and see how it turned out fully. So here we go, a yellow menace, or whatever else you want to call it. It's by something build. I don't remember the name of the car. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but it's like I feel like this gray stripe really kind of fail completely. Yeah, I wanted it to be half dash, but it's too much, too screwy uppy. So yeah, I don't feel like being fully satisfied with this build. But yeah, considering how many builds I made in a couple of hours, I think that I can actually excuse myself, and I can pretend that this one never happened. Yeah. But anyway, if you like this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe, share with everyone. Yeah, and everyone have a lovely day and take care.